Hey Tuvies, it's Psychic Bob. Well, it is so awesome to be here. I want to say thank you to all of you who came out to yesterday's videos. I put out 2 videos. That's right, Psychic Bob put out 2 videos. I was feeling dedicated and inspired. I had to go with it. Our first video was about working with the Silver Witch's Mirror. If you didn't see that, check that out. It's right in the queue before this. We had a great time with that. A lot of you really enjoyed that. And I had a lot of fun doing it. And then also I put out another video, which was my psychic prophecy for the U.S. economy in 2017. If you didn't see that, check that out as well. We're going to have more on that. In fact, be here on December 31st because I'm going to have my annual psychic predictions for 2017. That's right, 2017 psychic predictions. We're going to release those on New Year's Eve. So you want to be here, don't miss it. Okay, Lady Angela's going to be with me. We're going to have a fun time talking about what's coming for the whole world. So definitely be here. Anyways, I'm so glad you're here. Well, we've been getting a lot of letters in. And if you want to get on messages from the spirit world, the best way to do that is to literally, put your question in the comment box below this video. Or if you don't want to do that, if it's more personal, you can write to me at my official email at readings@robert-hickman.com. I'll put the link below again for that in the info box. And you can connect with me there as well. Okay, so either way. And for those of you who are new here, I am a full-time psychic medium. And here I am at my office today, and I'm doing readings. So if you want to get on my private schedule, you can send me an email, again, at readings@robert-hickman.com. Or you can also call my office at 571-483-2112, link below. And we'll get you on the schedule. So either way, we'll make it happen. Now, just so you know, next week I'm going to be traveling. I won't be in the office, but I will be doing phone readings. And there's no difference between phone or in person. So my private readings are an hour long. They're a lot more in depth. And if you want to learn about those, go over to my website, www.robert-hickman.com. Okay, and you can read more about that. But I'd love to get you on the schedule and do a private reading for you as well. Well, we got all our letters, but before we get into that, let's just all take a moment, center ourselves, and let's attune to the spirit world. Okay, I hear my spirit guide Fletcher back here. He says hello. All right, our first letter here tonight is from Adriana Kovacs. Hi, Adriana. Adriana says, "Hi, Bob. Can you tell me when you see me moving to my dream apartment? Because I'm staying in a hotel now." Hi, Adriana. Well, I have to tell you, in terms of timing, it's going to be about another month. It looks like it's around mid-January that I see you kind of leaving that hotel. But I do see you going to an apartment. It doesn't feel far away. It feels like it's a little bit of an older place, but it feels really solid built and it feels very spacious. It's literally within about 2 miles of where you are now. So I want you to be open to that, but it's going to be a few more weeks till that opens up for you. But I am seeing a successful move, and it'll be around January, mid-January. Okay. Hope that helps. Blessings to you. All right, our next letter is from Gustavo Gonzalez. I love that. That's a great name. And Gustavo writes and said, will people ever evolve to have super abilities? And will it be in 2017? You know, Gustavo, this is a very good question. In the sense of people evolving to having super abilities, I'm going to say yes. I do see that. But it won't be in 2017. It's still about 5 years out. There's a big movement called transhumanism. Now, I personally am not a big fan of this because I think it's going to be used in some negative ways. But in the sense of being able to help heal people and repair injuries in bodies and make people do amazing things, absolutely. I do see it. Still, it's about 5 years out. Now, you may remember back in the 1970s, there was a show called The Bionic Man, and he had all these super abilities. He could jump over 10 feet walls, and his eye could see, like a mile in the distance. Well, we're going to start seeing that. It won't be science fiction. So Are people going to evolve? Yes. And have super abilities? Yes, actually so. Again, not in 2017 though. I'm going to do another video very soon. It's going to be about my 10-year prophecy of what's going to happen on the earth over the next 10 years. And I think you'd like to see that. So I'll definitely let you guys know as we get closer to that, but check back on that, okay? Very good question. Hope that helps. All right, our next letter is from Wanda Schilling. Hi, Wanda. Wanda writes and she says, hello, Brother Bob. I have a friend who has been diagnosed with cancer. Will she beat the cancer? She is my witch sister, and she lost her soulmate to cancer earlier this year. I'm so sorry, Wanda. You know, in terms of her beating the cancer, really this is going to come down to her will. I feel like right now she's still dealing with grief. And this is slowing down her healing. And I have to be honest, I feel that there will be a further diagnosis that the cancer may be a little worse than thought. And I think that her own body's healing is being blocked because of grief. Now, will she heal? Yes, I do see her healing, but it won't be until the summertime. But what I would like you to do to help her in the meantime is try to get her to an acupuncturist. The reason I say that is I feel like when I move through her body's energy system, it feels like her natural life force is blocked. Some of that's grief. I think the grief of her losing her partner, and also the grief of just having cancer and all of that. It's blocked her energy. This is slowing down her ability to heal. And I think a good acupuncturist who's very intuitive would know how to get that current moving. That would start to bring healing to her emotionally and would also bring healing physically to her as well. But again, it comes down to her choice. See, right today, if you said just today, is she going to make it? I have to be honest, it looks very challenging because I don't feel the will of the spirit is there for her own spirit. And I think that that's because, as I said, the block of the life force. So if you can get her some acupuncture, this will start the healing in a major way for her, okay? I'm so sorry that you're going through this and she's going through this, but I'm sending prayers for you, and I hope everybody here at Spirit Channel will pray for this friend of Wanda Schilling, okay? Anyways, keep me posted. I keep seeing July. July is a big turning point where it looks like it's remission. She'll make it till then, but you're going to have to do what I suggested, okay? Hope that helps. I'm sending prayers to you. Thanks for writing. Okay, our next letter is from the darkness. And the darkness says, hi, Psychic Bob. My name is Jaden. Hi, Jaden. I've always felt like my destiny was meant for more than my current path that I'm on. But I also feel like a bit of darkness is growing within me. Please help me to understand this. Hi, Jaden. First of all, I want to talk about your destiny here. Yes, you are here for a big mission. One of your life themes is a psychic life theme. I say that because when I step into your vibration, I get bands of purple light. It tells me it's your old soul and it's your natural channel, okay? I feel like at the moment, what you're doing is you're going through the motions. That means you're doing what everybody else tells you should do rather than what you feel that you should do. And I want you to honor your inner self. Don't worry if everybody thinks you're crazy for embracing spirituality and starting down a path that leads you that way. I feel in terms of work for you, you actually could be a psychic and do well at it. I also see around you the gift of healing and writing. I feel you have a communicator and a healer element too. And if you were to focus on those areas as well as your psychic development and working in psychic realm, you'd have a lot more joy and a lot more success. I really do, okay? Now, in terms of the darkness growing within you, I don't pick that up as an evil darkness. What I pick it up is that you're attuned to darkness, to night, to macabre energy. In darkness, there is, what you have to understand is we don't have to look at things as one where there's not like light is good, darkness is evil. It actually is like an axis, because we have good and evil on one end of the axis and light and dark. So you can be on the side of darkness and yet be on the good side or the evil side. There are people that are full of light, or they appear to be light, but they're evil, you know. So light and dark are not good or evil. The darkness within you, I feel, is your psychic self. It is your shadow self. I feel that you're at a crossroads where you're opening your spiritual mind, you're opening your soul, you're opening your power. And that psychic self has a shadow element to it. So when we talk about darkness, embrace the darkness. Don't repel it, but embrace it in a way that is creative. From darkness comes creativity. Gothic subculture. It's not evil, it's creative. Okay? So you can delve into darkness without it necessarily being evil darkness. And I want you to think about that. And that's why you're experiencing that energy. Is some of that darkness is struggle because you know who you are and you're not being allowed to express it. As a psychic, I give you permission to express that. Embrace it, and you will have success. Okay. We'll talk more about this offline, but I want to bring that to you because I do feel over this next year, you've got a lot of blessings coming, but they're connected directly to you embracing who you are as you are, not other people's interpretation of what you should be. And that's where the struggle is, okay? Hope that helps. I send prayers to you. Blessings. All right, our next letter is Flower Rose Apricot Angel. That's a pretty name. And she writes, she says, Dear Bob, my son was delivered in August of 2006, full term, but his heart stopped beating 5 minutes before birth. Why would a soul choose just to have a womb experience? I felt it might have been about having a heart connection, as mine was pretty broken at the time. Any insights are appreciated. Hi, hon. First of all, I'm very sorry for that tragedy you endured. In the earthly sense, none of that makes sense to any of us, does it? I mean, we don't figure out why would you go to full term and then die. But there really is something about the womb experience. Now, see, what you have to remember is that when we choose an incarnation, we choose the length of it. We might choose a 5-minute incarnation or a 100-year incarnation. From an earthly place, we judge that. We go, well, that was a waste. He went through the whole birthing process and then died. But from the other side, they don't see it that way. Every soul has a journey and a purpose. So I feel like around your son, what happened was that he came to connect with you on a soul level. The body element was only his way of getting close to you. And it wasn't that he didn't love you or he wanted to leave you, but what he needed for his soul was to have a mother and a connection. And he needed to know that he was loved. Now we go, well, why didn't he stay and really express it? Well, that time in the womb with him, you bonded very strongly, very psychically. And that's the connection he was looking for. To him, the body was almost secondary. I don't think he was trying to traumatize you. But I also believe on a soul level, at a higher place, you and he agreed that it might work out this way. Now, I know right now you don't remember it. In the last few years, you've been thinking, it doesn't make sense. We don't remember a lot of this until we go home. And when you go home, guess who's going to be the first person to greet you? Yeah, it'll be him. And it'll all make sense then. I can tell you that. I had my own near-death experience, and I remember meeting people over there that were part of my council. So we have a whole group of people over there that help us be here. We don't remember them while we're here most of the time. They don't like to be, they're kind of in the background. They don't like to be as active as our regular guides, but the council oversees our guides as well that help us. And so when you get there, it will all come into balance. And I know it doesn't make sense now, but I do see his presence still with you and guiding you. And embrace the love, because remember, the womb soul connection's where the power was. And he got what he needed from that for his own soul growth. And though it's been hard for you on a soul level, it was a sacrifice that you allowed in the event that he needed. You actually gave him on a soul level permission to go home anytime he wanted. And so he thought, okay, I had the experience. I don't know if I want to stay on this earth. He knew what was coming to the earth. You know, we're entering into a time now where there's a lot of challenges. And he said, well, I think I did enough. And I know it's heartbreaking. But from the perspective of eternity, all things are in balance. And all things work together for the good. So have faith. Know that you have a wonderful ally in spirit. And talk to him. Talk to him every day. Maybe you've already done that. I feel that you have. You can be angry. You say, damn you, you left. Why? He won't be upset if you get angry and scream at him. He'll just remind you that you agreed to that. And one day you'll wake up and you'll have a remembrance. You'll say, you know, somehow I think I did agree to all that. Don't force it. If you don't feel it now, that's okay. But just try to remember I told you that, okay? Anyways, thank you for sharing, and I hope that gives you a little insight. I send prayers to you and to your son as well. Blessings to you. Thanks for writing. Well, guys, listen, that's all the time I've got for questions today. I'm so glad you're here. Listen, I hope you'll keep it here at Spirit Channel. Like this video, favorite it, share it with your friends. Let's get out the word about the work we do. And if you can, hit subscribe. Join our channel. We'd love you to be here. All right, well, we'll see you back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday, Wiccan Wednesday. Be here for some more mystical and magical stuff. We'll see you then. Blessed be.